The first headlines you write in your lead magnet are gonna suck. That's okay. If you want to keep people reading to the very end, let me show you how to adjust those headlines. Attention spans are super limited, as you know, and the way that I think about marketing is that every line you write should convince your ideal client to invest their attention into reading that next line. So with lead magnets that are written like PDF guides, templates, that sort of thing, I focus on the title, subtitle, and headlines, which we're going to talk more about today. And the same thing applies to everything you consume. You know, with a book, you're looking at the cover, the title, maybe you're reading the first few lines. With a video in your social media feed, you're probably checking out the image they have there, the caption, maybe watching the first 5 or 10 seconds to decide if you want to watch more, right? So you know this is important, you know that it's something going on, but you might not know specifically what to do about it. So today I'm going to show you 2 examples of headlines that I've improved to give you a sense of what to look for and what's possible. So this first example is from a client PDF guide, and her original headline was this: "It's actually not healthy, physically or mentally, to go all in on a restrictive diet." So the first thing is the word actually just isn't needed. And then with physically or mentally, that's where my brain kind of did ooh, she's talking about mindset. I already know everything. I will just skip this part. She's just telling me, to change my mindset. And you don't want that, right? Even if mindset is what you're about to talk about, you want to draw that person forward. So what I recommend as a more powerful headline is this: "It's not healthy to go all in on a restrictive diet." You'll notice that leaves it a little bit open, and your brain wants to close the loop. Your brain wants to know why. The second example is from my own stuff. So when I was preparing this video, I came across a headline in one of my lead magnets and was like, oh, I'm breaking my own rule here. So here's that headline: "What your people need more than anything is to feel safe." Okay, got it. You gave me the answer, right? I think this is much more powerful if we take off those last few words. What your people need more than anything. Again, our brains are problem solvers. They want to answer questions. And so it draws us forward because we can't help but wonder what that thing is, even if I was just talking about creating a sense of safety in the previous paragraph. So what we're doing here is just adjusting the way that most of us would naturally write these sentences or phrases in a way that lovingly keeps our reader interested until the very end, so that we can solve their mini problem in our lead magnet, and we can invite them to the ways in which we can solve their bigger problems. And I say lovingly on purpose because my opinion is that if we're not taking into account the reality of how short attention spans are these days, it sucks to admit it, but it is true. We don't have time for anything. We're distracted by a million to-dos. If we don't take that into consideration and adjust our messaging accordingly, we're really doing our people a disservice by not helping them be guided towards the solutions that we can offer. So here's what I would encourage you to do if you have an opt-in you're working on right now. Look at those big words. Look at the title, subtitle, and just the headlines, and see how it feels. See if you feel drawn forward or if it feels like sort of a stopping energy. And that's where you can focus your edits. And if you're in this moment right now working on something, I definitely recommend you check out my checklist as well, 6 easy lead magnets for more sales. I'll put the link in the description. And thank you so much for watching. I'm Mandy Kupicek. Let us know in the comments what you found most useful, and happy creating.